Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. This channel, Average Science, is all about trying to learn various concepts of science by practicing a lot of questions. In this video, we are going to solve this question on Leetcode regarding find top scoring students. The difficulty level of this question is medium, and I'm going to share the SQL schema as well as the Panda schema in the description box below. Okay, the question reads, we are given a table called students with three different columns, student ID, name and major. Student ID being the primary key for this table. Each row of this table contains the student ID, name and their major. We are also given a second table called courses with four different columns, course ID, name, credits and major. Course ID being the primary key for this table. Each row of this table contains the course ID, course name, the number of credits and the major it belongs to. We are also given a third table called enrollments, again four different columns, student ID, course ID, semester and grade. The combined column student ID, course ID and semester is the primary key for this table. Each row of this table contains the student ID, course ID, semester and grade received. Okay, we are asked to write a solution to find the students who have taken all courses offered in their major and have achieved a grade of A in all these courses. Return the result table ordered by student ID in ascending order. Okay, let's go through this example. Here we have four different students, their names and their majors, and we have various courses in various different majors, and then we have the enrollments table. Let's look at this. So we have student ID 1 Alice, whose major is computer science. There are two courses in computer science, 101 and 102. Let's see if student ID 1 enrolled in 101 and 102. So yes, student ID 1 enrolled in 101 and 102 and has secured grade A in both of them. So student ID 1 should be in the output. If we look at student ID 2, again Bob, computer science, Computer Science 101 and 102 are the two courses. Student ID 2 has enrolled in 101 and 102 but was not able to secure grade A in 101. So, even though the person is enrolled in all the courses offered by the major but was not able to secure the grade required, so therefore 2 should not be in the output and so on. So, that is what we get in our output. So to solve this question, what we can do is, firstly, we have the students table and then we have the courses table. So we can join these two tables to see that, okay, if student ID 1 belongs to a major called computer science, what all various subjects the person should be enrolled in, and then we can join the enrollments table using the student ID and course ID column to see whether the person actually enrolled in that and secured a grade A or not. So let's start with this. So from this table called students, so from students aliased as S, let us perform a left join of the courses table aliased as C using the major column. So using major column, and what we are going to do is from this, right? So let us return select S dot star. Let's return all the columns from the students table, and from the courses table, we are only concerned about what all courses various majors have so that we can perform a check. So from courses, C dot course ID is the only column that we are interested in. Let me go ahead and run this. Let's see if we are on the right track until now. So if I go ahead and look at my output, so here we have student ID 1 Alice belongs to major computer science, and in computer science we have two different courses, 101 and 102. Okay. Now what we can do is we can use the student ID and course ID column to actually see if the person enrolled in the course or not. So what we can do is from this, let us perform another left join. So perform a left join on the enrollments table aliased as E on, so S dot student ID is equal to E dot student ID and C dot course ID is equal to E dot course ID. So if the student enrolled in that particular course, then that combination will be present here, and therefore if we get the grade column, right, because we already have the student ID and course ID, we need the grade column. So let us keep the grade column from the enrollments table. Now let me go ahead and run this and let's see if we have all the required information or not. So if we look at this output, what we have is, now we at one place we have the student ID, name, what was the major of the student, what all different courses that particular major has and what was the grade scored. And why this will work is, so since we are performing a left join on the enrollments using the student ID and the course ID column, let's say, for example, for student ID 1 belongs to computer science and there are two courses 101 and 102. However, let's say this particular student did not enroll in 102. So what will be the grade of this particular row? Null, right? Because it was not able to find the match in the enrollments table. So you see, that is how this works. Now what we want is, we want all the students who were enrolled in all the courses and were able to secure the grade A. Now we saw the first join that we performed, students and courses, using the major column basically has all the courses in rows. So if you group by the student ID and count the course ID, that is going to give you, okay, this particular student has enrolled in these many courses, and those courses are going to be all the courses. Why? Because we perform the join using the major column. So when you are joining students and courses using the major column, that means all the courses in the major computer science will be reflected as a row here. So what we can do is, we can group by the student ID. So s dot student ID, return me s dot student ID. And then what we need is, if you perform a count of the course ID, that is going to give you that, okay, what is the total number of courses the person enrolled in, and you need to have grade should be A as well. So let us do this. Since we are filtering based on an aggregate value, we need to use having. So let me just write it down, it will be more clear. So having count of distinct C dot course ID is equal to, now what I'm doing is, let's say this person Alice has a major computer science, and obviously computer science has two different courses 101 and 102. So what will be the count for student ID 1? 2. And if the person scored A in both of the courses, so if I do that, if your grade is equal to A, then assign the value 1, else 0, and perform a sum. So the count and sum should be equal. Then that means this particular student whose major was something enrolled in all the courses and was able to secure grade A. So you see how that works and fits in. So what I'm doing is, if grade comes from the enrollments table, so E dot grade is equal to A, then you assign the value 1, else you assign the value 0, and you perform the sum, and that is going to make sure that all the conditions required in the question are satisfied. Let us look at for Bob, right? So for Bob, the count is going to be 2, but since here you have B, so the sum is coming out to be 1. So 2 is not equal to 1. Therefore, 2 will be avoided in our output. And just like what we have in our output, right? So 2 is not included. And in the final output, we also need to order by student ID in ascending order. So let us write order by s dot student ID. Okay, this is how the solution looks like. Let me go ahead and run this and let's see what do we get in our output. So yeah, this is accepted. If we look at our output is exactly same as expected output. Let me go ahead and submit to see pass all the test cases. So yeah, this is accepted and this is how we do it. So tricky question. What we did was, firstly, for all the student, we joined the courses table using the major, so that we say that, okay, whatever be the major of a particular student, what all different courses are there in that major. And then we performed another left join on the enrollments to see whether that student has enrolled in that particular subject or not. And then we grouped by the student ID, since one of the conditions is that the student should secure grade A in all the enrolled subjects as well. So we made that comparison and got the output of the student ID who satisfied all the conditions. So yeah, this is how we do it. Let me know if there's a better, more efficient solution to solve this question. Let the solution be in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.